Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. Ice Spice is not being sued for $20,000, which is the cost of the wigs that she requested. She is being sued for $400,000, not just for the cost of the wigs, which she did not complete payments for, but also for the damages that she had caused to the Bella brand, which is the brand that has filed the lawsuit against her. Now I'm going to post what the brand has posted on their social media. It is a lot. I'm going to read through all of it or most of it because I know a lot of people do not like to read. If I just post it on the screen, they're not going to read it. So I'm just going to try to read very quickly through it. So here's what the brand said happened. The Bella brand wrote this back in 2024, explaining what happened. They said, as a business owner, you have to try to turn something into nothing all of the time. So I was supposed to do Ice Spice's tour, and they sent me a wig order, 19. And then they called me again to add more, 5. And then when it was time to pay, they didn't have the budget. That was my dumb mistake for thinking, since we worked together for years, that everything will be okay. But unfortunately, I learned my lesson. They kept changing the dates for changes, so she decided to cancel last minute, one day before the units were ready. After I made a whole bunch of wigs, which I told her to just take the units, but because we didn't have time to cut them and color them for her this time around. She likes the majority of the work to be done for her all of the time. I told her professionally I will never deal with her moving forward. They then told me they were going to pay my service fee for making the units to at least be fair. Well, today they reached out to me to get another wig and I asked about the service fee and she told me straight up after they said they were going to pay that they are no longer going to pay. So 14 hours to make the units overnight by myself, several cases of dye, and $2,000 to the stylist in my shop because Deja can't cut a bang. Her words. Liroku remote wig. I don't know what that means. Things happen, but that is not how you handle someone that respects your business and always comes through for you at the very last minute. Literally. Also, you still owe me my wig. You still owe me my wig back because it's not paid for. What's going on with that? I was able to download all of my text messages onto my MacBook because you guys know I got a new phone, so I'll make sure to post all of the times you told me that you want Ice to wear my wigs and that she likes my wigs the best also. They fit the best. You really disappointed me when you asked me to give you the 4 units for free. $20,000 in wigs for no promo at that. Now, when have you ever known me to do that? Thank you for making us make all of these Nicki Minaj wigs. I'm going to go ahead and not upload the rest of the screenshots since this is supposed to be Princess Diana, but it's really always Queen Onika. This is the post that the Bella brand posted back in 2024, I believe, when the incident took place. So according to the Bella brand, Ice Spice ordered 24 wigs. They said 19 at first and then 5 later on. So Ice Spice ordered 24 wigs in total but did not pay for all of them, and she always wanted to make changes whenever she wants, and sometimes the time frame that Ice gives to the Bella brand to make the changes is not enough for them to actually do what she wants and for the wig to be ready for Ice's use. And so sometimes they end up not being able to make these changes, and in addition to that, Ice did not pay the funds for the 24 wigs that they made for her, and with all of these changes, and Ice was trying to request a 25th wig to be made which was when the brand sort of put their foot down and they said they wouldn't want to deal with her anymore. And Ice went on her social media and may have said some negative things about the brand, which the brand, the Bella brand, said it affected their business, it affected their money, and now they're suing for $400,000. Suing for $400,000 for wigs is crazy. Now, it's not so much that wigs aren't worth them suing this much. If Ice said those negative things about the brand and it cost them money and it cost them that much money, then regardless of what the items are, yeah, they have the right to sue, but they're gonna have to prove that she actually did cost them all of that money. And who knows, these beauty companies make a lot of money, so when you trash their brand and it ends up costing them money, they can come after you. It might actually end up costing them a whole lot of money, and if they're able to prove it, then Ice is going to be on the hook for this. I highly doubt that Ice will be liable for this $400,000 that they're suing for. I don't know how long this has been going on, or how long Ice said these negative things about them, and how much business they had on the line and what may have been affected. I don't know, so I can't really say for sure, but this $400,000 just seems like a whole lot to me. Ice's team actually did acknowledge some of this, and they said in their response to the lawsuit that if anything, Ice is only liable for breaching the contract, which is for the initial 19 wigs and then the other 4 wigs that Ice requested. So yeah, they're taking ownership for the $20,000. They're not taking ownership of the $400,000 liability though. So yeah, it's looking more like, unless the Bella brand is able to prove this $400,000 loss as a result of Ice's actions, I highly doubt that they're going to get that much. I do think it is fair for them to at least get the cost of the wigs and the labor and whatever else went into this, and perhaps any lost time that they may have spent pursuing this in order for Ice to finally pay for the wigs that she requested. And so yeah, I think the cost of the wigs plus some extra would make sense to me, because it is not okay to have people, especially when it's a relatively small brand like this and they have very few workers working in general, and then they have to commission stylists and colorists and people that cut hair, etc., to work on something that you have requested, and then you just don't pay them. Because when she does that, then the owner is on the hook to pay all of these workers, and the owner is the one that loses out. So yeah, I definitely think that Ice should pay a little bit more than that $20,000 that she initially agreed on. And I think it's funny that Ice wants free wigs without having to give promo for the wigs or the brand. I mean, why would she? Why? Like, is it that? Okay, so celebrities, when they get stuff for free, technically it's not for free. Every brand that gives their stuff to celebs want the celeb to wear it out. First, wear it out. Don't leave it in your closet and just be happy to have free stuff, because you know they get a lot of free stuff, so they easily would forget what they have in their closet. So the need for the celebs to wear it out, because that will be promo, or the celeb can talk about the item, that's also promo, if they're not going to pay for the item. So for Ice to have asked the Bella brand to give her what the Bella brand refers to as Nicki Minaj wigs, for Ice Spice to request these for free and still not give promo is crazy. Like, no brands are out here just giving gifts to people just because they want to. Like, this is not charity work. It's not a charity organization. If a brand gives you something, the least you can do is talk about the item, if you didn't have to pay for it, you know? So it makes sense that the Bella brand was mad at Ice for doing this. And I do not blame them for bringing this to social media, because sometimes it's good to just say what exactly happened so that there isn't a lot of confusion. Plus, the fact that Ice spoke about the incident already, it already has people talking about it and people were already aware of it. So if the Bella brand had not come out to explain everything that happened, I feel like a lot of people will probably take Ice's side, because she's the more popular person here. She has followers, and people tend to believe the person with the most followers, so the famous person, over the small brand when things like this happen, if the small brand stays quiet. So sometimes you just gotta come out and just say exactly what happened so that there is no confusion. Based on what I read from what the Bella brand posted, it just makes sense to me. The way they explained everything with the details they gave, it didn't seem like they were making stuff up to, I don't know, gain clout or whatever. Because, you know, we've heard a lot of these types of wig issues before with a lot of rappers and, you know, a lot of artists in general. And it's always some artist somewhere that's refusing to pay for a wig that they were given, and then it's like a back and forth, and we never really know what comes off of this. It never typically leads to a lawsuit though, but this one, it looks like they filed a lawsuit and Ice has no choice but to respond. I thought it was funny that they called it Nicki Minaj wigs. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue with that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is all I have on this ridiculous and messy wig drama. Every 6 months we get one of these. They're usually not that serious, but it looks like these guys are taking this seriously because they have filed a lawsuit. So Ice, just pay these guys their money and the extra that you know you should pay because of the trouble you've put them through, and put this behind you. That's all I have on Ice Spice. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.